There is no artful way for me to state this, so I'm just going to get right to it. I'm reading you from the AP and CNN this last week. This news headline says, Taliban bans the sound of women's voices singing or reading in public. I'll expand. Article 13 in a 35 article document as a formal declaration of vice and virtue laws in Afghanistan since the Taliban seized power in 2021. It says in the midst of many things, it's mandatory for a woman to veil her body at all times in public, and that a face covering is essential to avoid temptation and tempting others. And a woman's voice is deemed intimate and so should not be heard singing, reciting, or reading aloud in public. Y'all, we are part of a collective, and your voice matters, their voice matters. And here's what I'm coming to understand, is that if we are part of a collective, the liberation of one voice can mean the liberation of others. You finding your real voice in whatever way that looks, speaking your truth, it isn't just for your gratification. It is actually for the liberation of your sisters around the world who have no freedom to even do the most basic and beautiful thing, like sing, harmonize with loved ones, to read something beautiful, to worship, to do anything in public. And so I'm going to ask you to just, I've attached this article, B, sweet God, if this doesn't matter to you, I can live with that. Then let's start with what does matter to you. Let's start there. Can you ask for what you need and want in your relationships? Do you struggle to bring voice to a need you have at work or an idea that you know could change everything? Or maybe you need to demand a pay raise. What do you think about when it comes to somebody you just feel glee about, whether it's a candidate or maybe it's an issue coming in our upcoming elections? Do you bring voice to that? Do you speak up in matters that break your heart, like this one for me? I am telling you, please, I believe our voices will also liberate others. I think about the quote by Glennon Doyle. She says, there is no such thing as one-way liberation. And if that is true, I am going to ask you to consider, what is it you will bring your voice to this week that's going to push your growth edge, that's going to make you feel a little uncomfortable, and you're going to need to lean into it. But it matters. What is that for you this week, this month, this year? Throw it in the comments, please. If I can be of a support to you, you know that is always what I am about. That's what I live for. But please, please, please hear this. Love you guys.